just go in and tell me a bit about...
Oh, this, by the way, lamp room.
Yeah.
This is where the lamps were stored, because all the lamps were obviously paraffin, dangerous, so all the lamps would have been stored away from the living quarters.
So this building is actually the station master's house?
This is the station master's house, but this room we're actually in is the lamp room. Behind you, this is been bricked up, but there was another door there, so this was access to the platform. So the men would come in and out, the railway people come in and out. Obviously, here's your railway lamps. Each one of these would have to have paraffin with a wick every day for the signals, for the signal boxes, for the buildings, for the outside, for everything. And this here, we think this was the ladies' room or the ladies' toilet. At the other very far end of the house was the gents' latrine. Latrine?
What's a posh word? Sounds very French.
Yeah. Again, there's another thing actually, which is not here, but this railway station had 7 fireplaces. There was a fireplace here, fireplace in the station master's room, fireplace in the ticket office, fireplace in the waiting room, fireplace in the ladies' waiting room.
So I take it, when you bought this place, when did you buy this place?
10 years ago.
Right, and I take it all those were gone, were they?
They were all gone, but...
Didn't you feel inclined to replace them with something that looks the same rather than
yes,
radiators?
Yes, I'm working on it.
Right, so that the radiators will probably go and you'll get something...
Yeah, there would have been a little small cast iron. You can see from this particular one, so the tiles still survive.
So it'll sit there nicely, won't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent.
And upstairs, 2 bedrooms, each had a fireplace.
Right. Can we have a little look in the ladies' room? There's no ladies in there, is there?
No, but I would have thought... Now, the ladies' room would have been a very small toilet.
Look at this old... Where's this from?
Oh, this is...
When would this be made?
Oh, this is quite modern, actually, but I did most of it myself. But we just tried to make it a little bit more, you know, period looking.
Yeah, which it does. It works well.
Yes. Now the sign actually is an original one, but that was a gents sign. Obviously, to make sure you zip your fly up before you leave. This is typical Victorian.
Yeah. The picture above's interesting.
Yes, this is as it says, it's a reconstruction of a latrine at the Roman fort at Housteads on Hadrian's Wall.
Right.
The Romans, and the Roman soldiers in particular, all went to the toilet together.
Right, because you're interested in that history that far back, aren't you?
Yeah. And then, as you can see on the right, this was no toilet paper, so they had what they call a spong here, which was a sponge on a stick.
Oh.
But no, they washed it in vinegar, as you can see on the picture there.
Right.
And, you know...
So that must have stung a bit.
Yeah, and we think, because these were planks or boards of wood across the stone latrines, we think this was called the boardroom. Where we get the boardroom today, where you all go to a place and you all go talk about everybody. Right. Which is exactly what would have happened there.
Right. So that's where the boardroom idea came from. Tell me about some of the pictures you've got here in the lamp room. Because we've got some pictures that date back and some more recent.
Yeah, a couple here.
This is how...
Yeah, a couple here. This is when Christine and myself first moved in. This is after about 18 months we were here. And the 2 pictures...
No track there.
No track, no. We had the locomotive though.
Yeah.
The 2 pictures are 100 years apart.
Right.
As you can see, Victorian dresses, virtually in the same place on the platform.
We have track in place again now. What made you decide to put track in place?
I always wanted to make it look like, I don't know, my own little railway world.
Yeah.
With the track. Now this is interesting, this one here. This is quite a recent one I've had. Brother-in-law got it me. This is 1915, showing First World War troopers and the station master, Mr. Jeremiah Christmas.
Interesting name.
Yep.
Known as Father Christmas to his friends.
And we think these would have been stationed locally on Bettisfield, because Bettisfield was a station, was a loading place for horses and ammunition, and also all sorts of artillery.
Right. And we have some comparisons here. I believe this colour picture is actually quite an old one.
Yes, it's an old one, but it's probably one of the last ones taken of the station before Mr. Beeching closed it down.
Ah, he was the man, was he?
Yes, as you can see, this is 27th of the 11th, 64, and the station was closed on the 17th of January 1965.
And there's still is it an engine shed over the road?
Over the road,
yeah. A picture of that here.
That's a goods shed. Yes, you can just see the side of it here.
That's a goods shed there.
Here's the goods shed and the station. At this time, as you can see, the signal box at the top there.
Of which there's just a bit of brickwork left at the base. Just
yeah,
brickwork.
Yes, it's a shame. But most stations at this period.
Yeah, but this shed here now is over the road here, is it?
It's over the road, yeah.
How can we get to that? We'll just whiz through and have a look at that, because that's now become a dwelling.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
This is my neighbour.
So that was the shed. So
as you can see from the height gauge, which is on the big door, that was the entrance to the goods shed, where there would have been an overhead crane. It's still there, part of the crane is, and there were heavy goods would have been lifted off of the crane. And heavy goods would come to the station and be loaded, ready to be transported around the network.
Right. Did you have the conservatory put on, or was it here?
No, it was already on when I came.
Here. Would you have added it?
I don't think I would have done, to be honest. Absolutely not.
No.
What
do you think it's taken away from it?
Well, it's taken away the actual look of the station with that part of the platform where most of the public would sit waiting for the train. However, when it's a miserable, horrible day, it's
nice to
nice to sit in there. Because
my next question was going to be if you thought about dismantling it.
No. I think I'll leave it. But look at the sandstone. Look at the sandstone. This station, as with many stations along this track, was built by a man called Thomas Savin. He built Aberystwyth Station and all the stations going back to Whitchurch, but the poor bloke was an ordinary simple contractor, and when he got to here, the money ran out and he couldn't be paid by the railways, and he was paid in shares. Unfortunately, when he got to Fens Bank, which was the next station, don't forget he was coming from Oswestry, building all the track, building the stations, the money completely ran out and he was paid totally in shares, and by the time he got to Whitchurch, the company went bump,
so he lost
shares
everything.
were useless, and he went bump.
Yeah. Now, you put this track in yourself. How long ago did you do this?
Oh, this is only, I finished this about 6 months ago.
Right. And how long has that taken? You've done it on your own?
Yes, I did it on my own, yeah. The ballast was the last thing we put in.
Because that looks quite genuine.
Yeah, that's local.
Where'd you get the lines from?
Come from? The railway lines and all the sleepers came from the Foxfield. They were sort of old, worn-out rail, which is what I wanted. I wanted to look old and worn out.
So it's, yeah.
But it's somewhere to be solved. The signals I installed, they were on, got them on auction. Each has got a solar panel in it, so at night, when it goes dark, they all go red.
So just point out where the track used to be, the rest of the track, if we can just point out, because obviously the main line was this one.
Yeah, this is the main line that we're looking at, but then there's the second line, which had been virtually where the pond is, again carried on, was what we call the loop line. This was basically for two trains, that's a loco and its carriages, or its trucks, or whatever it was pulling, to pass each other.
Yeah.
There was a third one that branched off this and went through that grey door into the goods shed, again for loading local produce. Coal, milk churns, sheep, whatever. And there was a fourth track over where the neighbour is here. You can just see the roof of the little building sticking up.
Yep.
That's originally railway. That was the weighbridge.
Oh, so that's an original building as well. Obviously got a new roof on it.
No, same roof.
Oh, is it?
Original roof.
Is it?
If we just wander
It's certainly been cleaned up nicely, isn't it?
There you can just see the little bit of the window.
Oh, there we are.
You can just see a bit of a sign. This again, farmers, local merchants would have come in, the goods would have been weighed and then taken away, put onto the train and away to market.
Right, and this track goes, that way's Whitchurch, is that right?
No, that way's Ellesmere and Oswestry.
Oh, right, and that direction then is...
That way is virtually a straight line to Whitchurch.
Okay. And how much of the track bed remains? I mean, we walked down there, just I don't know, 200 or 300 yards, but it seems to go on a lot further than
Yeah,
that.
the track bed. This goes on for this goes on for about 4 miles. You can virtually get into Whitchurch
Right.
this way.
So
And lots of walkers, cyclists, and all sorts use that.
if the money was there and the determination was there and the enthusiasm was there, etc., this could all be rebuilt, do you think?
Absolutely. The main thing would be money.
Right. Is that a project you'd like to see come to fruition?
For me, impossible.
It is, right.
I'm too old now, but my little dream was to get this far, and I'm quite pleased with what this little bit is. So my next job is to get this little diesel shunter going.
Right.
This is a 1935 Drury Bagley.
Have a quick look at that. So what would that have done?
It worked in a foundry in Wednesbury, so it was a little industrial machine. It wouldn't have been on the network.
Okay, so it wasn't stationed here.
No, it would have shunted wagons about at a foundry, ready for go out onto the network.
Yeah.
But it's one of the very smallest locomotives that was ever built. As you can see with that chain just dangling underneath, it was chain driven from a diesel engine. And strangely enough, I purchased this from a furniture shop in Oswald Street.
Really?
Yes, me and the wife went to look at some furniture.
Well, did it come with a 3-piece suite?
Yes, this was outside, so we came back with this.
Good grief. Now get that going, you can shunt up and down a bit, can't you?
Exactly. And what we'd like to do is to get another small vehicle, a small sort of, I don't know, a 15-foot little, make a small little 15-foot carriage, and then we could tootle up and down, you know, drinking wine.
That
as
would
the
be
sun
nice.
went down.
That would be nice. That would be nice. Thank you, Peter.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for coming.